Ghana Prison Service keeps shocking us, oh, guys. You won't believe what they did this time around.
As part of the 2025-2026 recruitment process, Ghana Prison Service has now started phase 2. It's part of phase 2 of the recruitment process. Here at the prison's officers' canteen, one of the centers in Accra, and behind me are applicants waiting patiently. Here we can see the body selection and then the documentation process, where applicants are going in queues and then going through the exercise. So we'll speak to one or two applicants to see how the process is going. Hi. Hello. How is the process going so far?
Oh, so far the process has been very smooth and calm so far. In fact, they served us water. Those who have already completed.
Oh, you are giving refreshment?
Yes, we're giving water, and I learned there is some item thing there for those who just completed. So anybody who finishes goes through the program and then take their refreshment. They've been very nice to us.
Charlie, all I will say is you guys are so blessed to be a Ghanaian. You don't know what God has done for you. Start appreciating your own. No. Appreciate waiting you get to. Now waiting I get where I go tell when I be that. Well, shush, I zip my mouth. And that's because I want you guys to have a look at it yourself. Guys, let's take a look at the video.
The Ghana Prison Service has begun phase 2 of its centralized youth service recruitment exercise, with applicants who successfully passed phase 1 reporting to their designated centers nationwide. The ongoing phase focuses on body selection and documentation as the service continues its enlistment process for the 2025 and 2026 intake. Now we are moving straight to some of the centers in the Greater Accra region, where we have some of our correspondents on ground. They are going to tell us what is going on there.
As part of the 2025-2026 recruitment process, Ghana Prison Service has now started its phase 2. It's part of phase 2 of the recruitment process. Here at the prison's officers' canteen, one of the centers in Accra, and behind me are applicants waiting patiently. Here we can see the body selection and then the documentation process, where applicants are going in queues and then going through the exercise. So we'll speak to one or two applicants to see how the process is going.
Hi. Hello.
How is the process going so far?
Oh, so far the process has been very calm and I think fair. But many people were here before 7, even at 5. Some people were here, and it's been very smooth and calm so far. In fact, they served us water. Those who have already completed.
Oh, you are giving refreshment?
Yes, we're giving water, and I learned there is some item thing there for those who just completed. So anybody who finishes goes through the program and then take their refreshment. They've been very nice to us.
So good luck. Thank you. So we'll speak to another applicant and then see how things are going. Hello.
Hi.
Okay, so how is the process going?
The process has been very magnificent.
Okay.
Looking at what is going on here, I've watched other centers and then I didn't see what is happening here and happening there. Then how the process was going, I noticed that compared to this, it's been different. We have refreshment, we have water. The officers have been, so good to us. They speak to us nicely. The way, everything we want, they provide for us. So it's very good. It's been so good here.
Okay.
So far, so good.
Okay, we wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you.
So we'll take you through other centers as the recruitment process is going to. Stay tuned. I'm Kalichi Yvonne Sabina, reporting for Ghana Prisons.
We are currently at the Prison Officers Training School here in Accra. The second phase of the e-recruitment service has begun, and some applicants are on standby to go through the process of documentation and body screening. I currently have 2 of them here with me to find out what the process has been so far for them and if everything is going on well for them. Hi.
Hello.
Good afternoon. How are you doing?
I'm very well.
Okay. How is this process so far?
Oh, it's been very good. Since we came, everything has been smooth.
That's
There
okay.
hasn't been any difficulties.
You went through the first phase and this is your second phase. Are there any other expectations for you?
Yes, I have a lot of expectations.
What
I
are some
hope
of
that the third phase I'll be called.
Okay, that's fine.
I hope to
Good
come
luck.
back.
Good luck.
We have our supervisor who is also around to make sure everything is going on so well. would want to find out from him how the process has been so far and how the applicants are comporting themselves.
Welcome, sir.
Thank you very much.
Today begins the second phase of the e-service recruitment. Are there any challenges so far?
Well, so far everything has been smooth. There are no challenges as we speak. We started in the morning and everything is going on well.
Okay. I understand there's a second batch today. How is it going to come in? Those who have done with the morning session going out, how is the process like?
Yes, in the morning we were expecting 400 people, which I believe we got them. And in the afternoon too, we are expecting 400. In fact, in the morning, as at around 10 o'clock, we had about 350 people on ground. So in no time, I think in about 30 minutes time, we'll be done with all the morning session. Then the second phase, which is the afternoon session, they've come to arrange them, so in no time they will also start. Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you too.
Thank you for staying with us. I'm Lance Corporal Odiko.
Those were reports from our correspondents, Lance Corporal Odiko and Second Class Officer Kalichi at selected centers where the phase 2 of the recruitment process has commenced. Don't think that if you are less than 18 years and you commit a crime, the law will allow you to go scot-free. No. Those who are below age 21, age 18, if you commit crime, the law is going to punish you. As you are here, someone can mistakenly step on your foot. If you assault him or her and the matter is sent to the police, you can come to prison because of the assault. So please, I would advise that whenever someone offends you, if someone verbally assaults you, that insult you, the right thing to do is to report the person to your teachers or any of your authorities. If you force someone, a lady, and have sex with her without her consent, it is rape, a very serious offense. We have a lot of prisoners in our custody who were brought there as a result of rape. If you force and sleep with a young girl who is less than 16 years, even if she consents to it, that master, sleep with me, and you sleep with that child, it is defilement. And when you are arrested and sent to prison, you will not spend less than 7 years in prison custody. It's between 7 to 25 years. Unlawful entry. We have places that you are not supposed to enter. You know that this room is not your room because the woman is keeping some money here. As soon as the woman leaves, then you sneak to that person's room and pick something from the place. You have unlawfully entered the place and you have stolen an item, so you double punishment. Stealing. There is money here. The money doesn't belong to you. Don't take it. Because if you take the money and you are caught and the police arrest you, send you to court, they ask you to come to prison. In fact, it is not a good place for beautiful young adults like you. So please, anything that is not for you, don't touch. Manage what you have. It is not by force that you should get it at all costs. What you are not supposed to touch, don't touch. Places you are not supposed to go, don't go. Things you are not supposed to do, don't do. Respect authorities and obey all the rules and regulations in this school, and obey the laws of the country as well.
He is saying that maybe, for example, he's just passing by and felt that there's someone trying to rape a girl in his room, and maybe he peeped to see and realized that it's true. Is it okay for him to report or just go away?
Thank you very much, my brother. Whenever you see that someone is committing a crime, the best thing you have to do is to run to the nearest police station, or you can also call for help.
Okay, she's talking about their disability. So maybe at home she's there and then another hearing guy rapes her and comes to report. Maybe she's not educated, she can't write. How will she be able to communicate with you?
Thank you. The fact that you can't read or write doesn't mean that you should keep silent. Report the matter. They will find an interpreter who will do all the interpretation for you and make sure that you get justice at the end of the day. Thank you.
Do you have deaf inmates in your facility? And if you do have, how do you communicate with them?
Thank you very much. In some of our prison facilities, we have officers who understand sign language. I can talk of in Sawam, we have some senior officers who understand sign language. And so when this inmate came, we quickly identified him and then the senior officer came in to support. But then, I must say that there is the need. There is the need to actually train more officers like I spoke about earlier on in this area so that we can have more of them in almost every facility we have in Ghana.
Okay, we learned a lot of things. The first thing we learned is that if we have issues, we should try and control our anger. We should not retaliate. We should report to the police. Okay, we should not enter into people's premises without permission. You still see somebody engage in robbery, report the person to the law enforcement agency. Don't engage in cybercrime or sakawa activities. If somebody sent you money that you are suspicious, report that thing to the police. Don't engage in conspiracy, especially they advise the deaf community never to engage in conspiracy.
On behalf of His Excellency the President, I want to thank all of you for opting to serve your country. We really appreciate that. I want to thank you for choosing to come forward to serve your country. For us, ours is to ensure that the process is transparent. And we want to assure you that we'll keep the process as transparent as possible so that right from the beginning to the end, there will be no difficulty, there will be no any challenges. And you just go through the process. And if you have to go to the training, you should be qualified. The assurance from the Excellency the President is that I should tell you, nobody will go to the training when he or she has not passed through what you promised. And nobody will go in if that person is not qualified. So I want to give you that assurance so that the rest assured that the process will remain transparent from beginning to the end. We know that since we came, you've seen the comfort that we've tried to create. Our men and women, the senior officers, have created an environment that is very friendly, isn't it? Has any of you ever applied before to join any of the services? Has any of you ever applied before? You can see that there's a huge difference this time, right? You don't get to be told here that go, 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 go. No, you are disqualified. No, you are too short. Get away from here. You don't see all those things, right? Yes. So we wish you well, and we pray that everything goes on well. But please, 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 I'm begging you, just know, nobody can help you through this process. Others are online deceiving others, saying that, oh, call this number. If you can get in touch with us, we know how to help you. Some senior officers can do. Please, please, don't get deceived. You can see that right from the beginning, the payment system, you pay, you get your code, right? If there will be any payment, it will be through the system. Nobody is going to ask you to pay one dime outside the system, so that you can keep track of whatever you paid, the receipt, everything. Is that okay? So please don't be deceived by anybody that he or she can get some shortcut for you. Just focus, pray, and we pray that you get to the end, all of you get successful. Is that okay? I wish you well, and thank you so much for this morning.
As I was watching the video, what was going through my mind is the way Nigerians are treated undergoing this same type of exercise. It is so sad that the country Nigeria calls small are doing more than the giant itself. Well, it's all part of life, guys. I pray everything becomes better soon in Nigeria. Yeah. We will never give up preaching and bringing out videos like this for Nigerian government to see and learn from it. Guys, I've come to the end of my video. I will not forget my returning subscribers. Thank you so much for always clicking in. And if you're new here, my name is Delphina. I'm super excited to have you here. Please don't make it your last by subscribing to the channel, like this video and share the video. Also do all to press the notification bell to get notified whenever I drop another one. I love you guys always. Bye bye.